Hi, dear friends.
Hi.
We are today here again with a book, Message from a Teen in the Spirit World, and it is by Princess Chico Xavier through the Spirit, through Chico
Neio
Xavier. Yes,
and by the Spirit Neio Lucio.
Yes. So let's just breathe, and then we're going to read today a beautiful message, in one of the chapters, which is work.
Yes, the chapter's name is Work. Work. After our lessons, which are always pleasant and
Instructive.
we are taken to a huge workshop where we work on
Compiling
teaching
material.
for the young people taking upper level courses. This work is always
Supervised.
by wise instructors from our new realm of action. In this way, our
Duties
are of
immense
advantages to us because we are
fulfilling
fulfilling our responsibilities while at the same time preparing ourselves for more important tasks. We must pay such careful attention while performing our work, however, that Zacharias, one of our more daring classmates, decided to
respectfully
question one of our directors. Does everybody work like us after they die? Why not? The director responded, smile. It's just that we were taught while on the earth that after death we would only find eternal rest if we were good and eternal punishment if we were bad. Zacharias said
timidly.
That's an
Illusion.
people have. The instructor explained kindly. People are
Continuing.
Interested in creating illusions to deceive themselves. Most
Incarnate
people in the earthly realms can't hide the mistake desire to enjoy something without having put forth any effort to receive benefits without providing them to others, or to rest without having worked. At this point of his explanation, he smiled good-naturedly and continued. In light of this fact, most of the children who arrive here bring deeply rooted problems with them. They were extremely ill-behaved at home. They became slaves to
excessive
care, and they avoided the little responsibilities and duties that they are
They should have.
they,
They should.
they should have attended to around the house. When they are surprised by death, they suffer actually at
Readapting.
because life goes on, pure and smart,
Pure and
simple,
simple.
pure and simple
Demanding.
work, effort and goodwill from each one of us. Those words,
Stung.
my
Conscious.
I remembered my old state of
Affairs.
I saw myself once again at home, claiming for everybody's attention without any desire to be useful to others. I don't know if the same happened to my classmates who were
Attentive.
but downhearted as they listened to what the instructor was saying. I only know that I felt an inner
Sensation.
of shame. After a break in his remarks, the instructor continued explaining to us that only bad and
Uncaring.
people look for ways to avoid work. That work is given to us as a true blessing of light and peace. Finally, he
Urged.
us to remember that Jesus as a child worked in the carpenter's shop, shaping pieces of wood, thus giving us an example of the right way to employ our time as children. He also stated that if we had been
Educated.
in the spirit of work at home, we would not be having such difficulty in
Readapting.
to the spirit life. I must confess that I am in full agreement with that point of view.
There is a lot of things that we have learned. And don't you think the instructors that look after them are so attentive to them?
Yes, they are.
Yes. And we need to be attentive to children to guide them, I think. And we wish one day that even the teachers, great teachers on earth will be like that, instructing us in a spiritual way, because that is what we need more than
And teaching us from yes,
a young age.
from a young age.
So what have we learned today through Carlos, you think? His
That
experience in the spiritual realm and what he realized we, that is still incarnate on earth, need to do, not to be in a place of shame, like he was explaining. Yes. To work. And he says, as children, did you know that children should also work?
yes, and children has we have as children a lot of responsibilities.
Yes, the same as adults. Not to get money. I'll do this for mom because I want some extra money. I will do this for you because I want some extra money. But to give of ourselves, to each other without wanting anything back or
Because
without
we should
any reason in doing it.
Yes, because we should work because we want to, and we should always look on the bright side of it.
What if we decide that everything we do, when we clean our rooms, make our bed, help with the cups and saucers and help with the dishes, and if we see something is off, just help, maybe make someone a cup of coffee or tea, or
Yes.
be assistant like that. Because if we through the days are mindful to serve, we will look out to see how we can serve. Is serving animals also helping?
No, I don't
Of
think
course
so.
it is. Because they need help. They need to see, do they have water? Do they have food? Are they okay? Play with animals as well. But not only animals. Be attentive with the family, with friends at school. To be attentive with everyone else.
And
To
with
see,
family members also.
yes, to see how can we serve? How can I help you? What is there that I can do today to help you? Sometimes it's only a silent prayer as well, because we need, if someone is sick, we need, in these days, there are so many people we know that are really sick. So think about them and pray, assisting in everything we can do, because we know a clean environment is very good for us. So to be neat in our rooms, in our homes. To take things away, to put it away is a good thing to do. To help with everything that we can. To do the washing. Because me and Zellie once we did the washing and we did it in the bath. You remember? That was great.
And we didn't have a washing machine.
No, yes. So we did that. That was wonderful. I love that. Yes, and that's fun. So we do work and we enjoy it. And we are thankful. We say thank you that we are able to do something. But what if we do this and say that I'm not doing this for someone or because of someone, but I'm serving God through working. I'm serving God by being attentive to nature. I'm serving God by serving my mother, my father, whoever is with me, because I'm thankful that God gave them to me.
And also serving plants. Make
Yes.
sure they have water, a nice clean environment, or not clean environment, a nice
Yeah, where they
wet
should be.
environment.
Yes.
Just not too wet that the plants have too much water.
Yes. But to know and to educate ourselves about it
Yes.
is working what we do now, work for the good. Yes. So to give out good things, to if someone is sick, give them a glass of water, pray for the water. Let us go out and see how we not only can serve people, but serve God in what we do, in everything we do. Everywhere we go, pick up something from the road that someone threw away, put it in a dustbin, help clean, because it's not because of people, don't get upset about it because they don't know what they're doing, but we, who is mindful enough and know that we are here to work, to serve, be mindful that sin from the moment we wake up. We say thank you, we start serving God through our minds, every thought, through prayers.
And also think good thoughts.
Always. That is also very important. And yes, minimum needs.
Yes.
What we want, because want and need are two different things.
Like, here's an example. These days, a lot of people just are attached to technologies and just forget about the wonderful outside world outside. And then some people that I know would maybe say, I want this computer and that phone and all that games and technologies, and they completely forget about the wonderful world outside where we should just clear our minds a bit and just
And
enjoy the
move.
nature.
We need to move. We need to do things. We can't just sit around.
We can't just sit like this for 2 days straight and playing on a computer or something like that.
Watch
Or
them. Yes. And everything we do, let's be mindful and serve. Because even if you are a child, we know there is a responsibility. So this is the big message that children are also responsible to work and to do because Jesus is the example. He worked as a carpenter since he was very little. And how beautiful is that? How will we learn skills if we do not practice them since we are from a young age? So help, learn. How can you learn to make food if you don't help to make food? And if you need help, ask, I want to do this. Can someone help me, please, so that I can learn? Yes, next time maybe you can do it yourself. So yes, to educate ourselves, because the work is to educate ourselves and get better in something.
to practice.
Yes, you're right. But so thank you for everything today, and thank you for this beautiful message from the spiritual world through the Spirit Neio Lucio. So we are so thankful so that we can learn together, so that we can know that we should work, even though we are small, and then that we are responsible and we will always work. We won't return to the spiritual world and not work. We're not going to rest. Rest is a spiritual thing, to be in a resting, peaceful state, but to be working. I think we have great examples like Chico Xavier and Walter Franco, and there are many that is working. Like Vanessa, she's working all the time. Great examples. So let's strive and let's use this medicine we have so that we can focus on working.
And if you can't think on any people examples, think of ants because they work extremely hard.
Definitely. But Jesus is our example. And
Yes.
thank you so much for joining me and Zellie again today. Until next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.